Good morning. I hope you had a good start to your day. I got my Eva here. Wait, Eva. Oh. No, no, no. Thank you. So, this is part of my motivation, right? I was talking about yesterday. Here's another piece of motivation. So this is a shirt that I used to wear. I don't care if it gets damaged or gross or stained or whatever now. So this is one of those that, this is what it used to be, and then now this is what it is. So as you can see, there's been a bit of a change, right? Now, I wanted to talk a little bit, and I jotted some notes down for myself, so I wanted to make sure I covered a few things. Too much is bad, right? The key thing being that moderation is required in all things, in your diet and health, exercise included. So while it is true that I don't skip a day of exercise, I don't do strength training every day. Right now is a great example. For the last week, I have been unable to do any sort of strength training. I've been on restricted cardio, doctor's orders. So all I'm doing is walking with no added weight, but I'm still walking every day because I still need to get my heart rate. I still need to move my muscles. I still need to burn energy, right, to improve my health and keep going. But I'm doing so to the best of my ability in the moment based upon my circumstances. Right now that means limited exercise, but that's an important thing. Moderation, right? That being said, I love focusing on, okay, I'm gonna do really, really heavy strength training on my upper body today, and then resting for a couple days on upper body. Similarly, I'll do really heavy lower body, and then I'll be a little bit easier on cardio because it works some of the same muscles, but I'll give it a couple days rest after that. I also mentioned I eat a lot of protein, so a very high protein diet, and I try to delay when I eat, but again, going back to motivation, right? This is a tool for motivation. My dog is a tool for motivation, and a great one because if you've seen her face, right, she's super cute. How could you say no to that? So great excuse and reason to get outside. The pain that I'm experiencing in recovery is unfortunately still high. So that's been kind of rough. But I'm trying to take that in stride as I'm walking, pardon the pun. But not really, I love puns, sorry. But anyhow, see, this is why I write stuff down, because otherwise I get off on a tangent, I start talking about random stuff. Okay. So yeah, I don't skip cardio. I do cardio every day, but strength training, I'll take a break. So the risk, here's the concern and why I do cardio every day. The risk I face is losing my momentum and losing motivation. Motivation and momentum. Very, very important, and they work hand in hand, right? So once you've got momentum, you don't want that to stop, at least for me. So that's my big fear is, right, how do I keep that going? The answer is balance, right? Of course. Because if you have an imbalance, that's difficult to maintain long term without something eventually having to give, right? So, balance, right? And I have by no means found the perfect balance. Not even close. But I think what's key is the fact that I'm every day trying to find that balance. And that, I think, is what's important, because I'm thinking about it, I'm being mindful of it, I'm working towards it actively. It means that I'm fine-tuning as I go, right? So it doesn't matter the fact that I'm wobbling back and forth if my wobbles are less and less and less until eventually it gets to the point where I've reached a good equilibrium, right? You find that perfect balance. But you don't go from flailing wildly and about to fall over the edge to standing there in a perfect crane pose with your arms extended and your leg all out and you don't do that overnight, right? So again, that's why I love that I wrote something down for myself. Uh, it's being constantly mindful, right? So I try to have a positive mindset every day. That's a big deal. Because if I let myself embrace that negative mindset and go down that rabbit hole, I end up wallowing in that misery. I don't know. It's like the difference between remembering and reliving, right? Some people can remember something without reliving it, but if it's something traumatic, you remember it, you also relive it in a way, and so you have the emotional attachment to it. Anyways, it's one of those things, right? Where, again, being mindful and knowing yourself, you are able to take those times when you're strong to prepare for those times when you'll be weak. And I know that if I let myself go to that negative place, that's a pitfall, that's a trap, that's a danger, right? So trying to be actively and purposefully mindful that I'm positive. Even if negative stuff is going on, I'm trying to look for at least something positive. One aspect, one positive thing, right? Not trying to put on blinders, not trying to put on shutters, right? But literally just try to find at least one element of something good is what I've landed on. And then that will allow for a habit of positivity. At least that's what I've found. So I'm doing my best to level set my expectations for myself. I think that that's important as well, because if you have unrealistic expectations, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I got to remember that I didn't make the change from this, right, to this overnight. It was the result of a 2-year journey to get to this point from where I was. Okay, building a mountain one layer of paint at a time. I don't remember who said that, but I love that saying because it's beautiful, and it speaks to the idea of what I'm trying to do in my life. I'm trying to get better than I was yesterday, right? I'm trying to improve as a daily goal, as a daily thing. And some days are better than others. Some days I feel like I'm making more progress than others. Some days I feel like I'm backsliding. But that's part of being human, and I guess that's sort of the point of all this, right? That's the idea of the journey. If it wasn't difficult, then it wouldn't be rewarding to achieve it, right? So this is me working to achieve it, working to be better than I was yesterday. I'm really glad that you were able to hang out with me today. Appreciate your time. I know there's a lot of stuff that you could watch and a lot of stuff you could listen to, so I'm honored you took the time to hang out with me, and I hope you come back. Thanks so much, and I have faith that you can be better than yesterday's you, the same way I'm trying to be better than yesterday's me. So, thanks again. I'll catch you on the next one.